Hello there, good afternoon. My name is Baba Tando. I have the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now, and we'll begin with women football. Now, Ghana is putting finishing touches to preparations ahead of the hosting of the 2018 African Women's Championship. Two venues, that's the Accra and Cape Coast Sports Stadia, will be hosting the tournament from November 17 to December 1.
A 15-member venue local organizing committee for the city of Cape Coast was inaugurated yesterday. This committee will coordinate and see to the running of the tournament in the Central Regional Capital. Members of the VLOC include Deputy Central Regional Minister Thomas Ajay-Bafo, Regional Director of the National Sports Authority George Osafo-Adjei, and Queen Mother of Ifutu Nana Amba Iyaba. There are also representatives from the media, the traditional and security councils, and government on the committee. Madam Frida Prempe is the chairperson of the tournament's main local organizing committee, and she spells out the mandate of the venue LOC.
They are supposed to see to the coordination and all the planning in the municipality for the tournament. All they have to see to it that the training pitches are ready for the tournament. The Cape Coast Stadium is ready for the tournament. They have to engage other stakeholders to get people to the stadium, because it takes three. It takes the team, it takes the technical people, and it takes the supporters. Without the supporters, we'd rather sit in our homes than stage the football. So we need to get the supporters to the stadium as well. They're also in charge of accommodation, hospitality, and everything that they are supposed to do, as we are supposed to do as LOC. They are in charge at the venue. They're supposed to ensure that CAF officials have about 10 officers a year. They're supposed to make sure the officers are equipped. They're supposed to ensure that the media tribune is fixed. All the changes and all the recommendations are done in the next 14 days.
Newly appointed Deputy Sports Minister Perry Okujeto, who represented his superior Isaac Isiama at the inauguration, assured the football-loving public that Ghana still holds the rights to host this year's Women's AFCON, affirming that everything was in place for Ghana to host the rest of Africa from November 17 to December 1 for the Women's Championship.
I can assure you that the tournament is here, and whatever needs to be done from government side to make sure that we are fully prepared to the satisfaction of CAF and FIFA, we will do so. And that is why it's taking us to move in the numbers that you've seen today, to come both from the LOC and from the ministries, and to make sure that we put the structures that we need to have a successful tournament in place. And that is what we're doing. I can assure the Ghanaian public that we have the tournament. What we need to do is to make sure that the preparatory works that need to be done are done. And most importantly, what we need is the support of the Ghanaian people when the tournament begins.
Cape Coast will host 4 of the 8 countries that will be participating in the 2018 Women's AFCON from November 17 to December 1.
Now, as part of efforts to see them host and win the tournament, the Black Queens will be embarking on a regional tour to whip up interest and seek the support of Ghanaians before, during and after the tournament. There's more in the following report.
The Black Queens, Ghana's representatives in the Women's AFCON, will visit 3 regions before the tournament kickstarts on November 17. The tour will see the Queens in training sessions while they engage some selected teams in friendly matches. They begin their tour in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, today at 3 p.m. with a training session, and proceed to the Bnohafo regional town of Techimai on Saturday, September 15. The team will wrap up their tour in the northern regional capital, Tamale, where they will be based until Monday, September 23rd. Deputy Youth and Sports Minister Perry Okujeto is encouraging the nation to rally behind the Black Queens.
The Black Queens are going to go on a tour of the country. They are going to different parts of the country. They are going to play friendly games across the country. They will be in Kumasi, in Sunyani, in Techiman, in Tamale. They will be here in Cape Coast for a couple of days, playing games in Elmina and in Takoradi. All of this is geared towards making sure that we whip up the needed support for our team, because for us and from our side, we want to host and win. What we need is for the community to support us to make sure that people participate in the games. And urge the Queens on for us to be able to host and win the tournament.
The Black Queens will know their group opponents for the Women's AFCON after the draw for the tournament is held tentatively on September 25th in Accra.
Now let's do football politics. A joint delegation of the Fédération Internationale Football Association, or FIFA, and the Confederation of African Football, CAF, will meet the Minister of Youth and Sports, Isaac Isiama, later today to discuss the formation of the Normalization Committee. Now, the joint FIFA and CAF delegation, which includes Mr. Amaju Pinnick, acting Vice President of CAF, Mr. Veron Musengo Omba, Director, Member Associations Africa and the Caribbean, and Mr. Luca Davide Nicola of FIFA, they arrived in Accra yesterday. After the withdrawal of the dissolution process sued against the Ghana Football Association, FIFA hinted the formation of the Normalization Committee to spearhead football reforms after a turbulent era, which saw a total halt in competitive football activities after an expose by Anas Arimiya Anas. Meanwhile, reports in the media suggest that Mr. Pinnick is expected to spearhead the Normalization Committee, which will be announced tomorrow or by close of this week. Right, don't forget that the Black Starlets, that's Ghana's under-17 team, are in action today in Niger. They play in the semi-final of the ongoing WAFU Zone B tournament, which is a qualifier to the CAF Under-17 Championships to be hosted in Tanzania in 2019. So the Black Starlets, they play against Ivory Coast at 3:30 today. We'll bring you details in our subsequent sports bulletins. Otherwise, you can check out more on the sports page of myjoyonline.com. I tweet at the handle at Baba Tando Singh for Instagram. Sports is done. Good afternoon.